Welcome back to Might and Magic World of Xeen. In our time apart, I engaged in inventory hell. An unreasonable amount of effort was put into sorting accessories. And so I have done that to try and make use of the items that I had available. I considered just removing some things that I thought were too weak entirely and just leaving spots blank. I ultimately decided against that. Armor has also been shuffled around. Necrolotu does have that photon shield. And the stats, we'll go through those pretty quick. Pork and Beans, 125 speed, 126 accuracy, 115 might. Necrolotu at 204 might, 186 speed. 101 accuracy, 186 speed is pretty damn competitive with enemies here across Darkside. Zachary, stats you see here, 58 speed. Kalen, 60 speed. Tiny Shop, 65. And Vic, bad shot, 68. So, Necrolotu has a great chance of acting first. Pork Beans has a pretty solid chance of acting before enemies do. The rest of these folks, though, my two paladins, my robber, and my archer, not so damn much, and that's just the way things ended up breaking out with gear choices. Got plenty of spell points on the party still, courtesy of the well I drank from. Plenty of hit points on the party still from the fountain I drank from. All that stuff happened on camera. We're currently at day 71 of this year. We got here, what, late in 611? So plenty of time spent in Darkside. We've still got plenty of Darkside yet to go, not to mention the combined stuff from the two games. We're going to head for Castle Kalindra this episode. I don't remember its layout and the options available to me very well. So, we'll just go from there. My mouse is just drifting up to the top bar today, it seems. This will be our first time in here during this playthrough. Make sure everything is recording properly, and indeed it is. Yay.
Surely you must know what Alamar has done, no? Why, he slew the guards and stole the cube of power, that's what.
Thank you, Terry, the waiter. South wing here. We'll open a grate, take some damage.
While Alamar was still pretending to be a good guy and living off the Queen's hospitality, I overheard him telling a servant of his that he had Prince Roland in his basement.
Understandable. Prince Roland took the pathway from Shangri-La to the dark side of Xeen, which put him inside Castle Alamar's basement.
I helped build Castle Kalindra. The place is full of secret doors and traps. If you ever come to a dead end in the castle, just keep walking. The wall may be an illusion.
Thanks, Carl. I don't suppose you'd be up to joining us, would you, to point out this stuff, since you helped build the damn thing? I thought not. We have a button here in this fireplace. Go ahead and push that for some effect. I don't know what. There it is, illusory wall right there. For a tapestry that leads to a safe. 51758. We get to know these numbers based on the thievery skill. And we've got great thievery skill. Pork and Beans finds an amulet. What kind of amulet we rocking here now? A gold amulet. So money. That's what we got. Money. That's fine. Tapestry has another safe for 666. That has a shield. What flavor of shield do we have there in that safe? It's a gold shield. Okay. Sure. We have a barrel. Nothing. Another barrel. The treasure head saying, don't even bother with these things. But we are all the same. A throne that has nothing there. A stairwell up. Let's keep on this floor for now. We passed a stair that headed down earlier. That has another shield for us. We won't bother to look at the gear this time. Let's Instead, we'll keep it moving into the armory. With this bit of busy work. But then again, if you don't have a robber or ninja, someone with high enough thievery, you would have to guess at the combinations. So a prize for you. We have a 69, 25, 71 for another piece of armor. We have an 8, 12, 32 for a helmet. And we have a 4, 9, 53 for another helm. Alright. Great.
We were stuck in this castle for a long time. If it weren't for our large stockpile of sun-dried lizard innards, we surely would have starved to death. Lizard innards are probably the most filling and wholesome food in all of Darkside. Oh, yes.
Yeah, these folks have been through it since the castle slipped out of phase. No buttons there behind that fireplace or that one, but there is a button behind that one. Again, effect unknown. Another invisible wall. We have stairs leading down and up over here. And this leads back out here, which leads into this kitchen area.
As an empath, I'm quite perceptive to my surroundings. Since you are on a quest to save the world, I'll teach you to be more aware of immediate danger for free.
Of. Thanks, Jim the Sorceress. I mean empath. Sure, what the hell. Everyone can pick up the danger sense skill. Again, woo!
I am the castle arms master. I will teach you to use your weapons more accurately in combat for free if you like.
Well, that would have been nifty had I not retaught the skill to everyone, though it didn't cost that much gold, so no big deal there.
Thanks for bringing the castle back to reality. We've been trapped here ever since Alamar moved the castle out of phase. We were starting to run out of food.
Well, it's a good thing I brought the castle back into phase. I will proceed to take all credit for that action. Yes, indeed. I'm the coolest. Cloud stairs and coat closet there. Okay. Well, with those avenues explored, why don't we head to this first staircase I saw? This does go up. I was going to throw down, what are them there? Video game saves. We head to Castle Calindra level 2. That area we mapped was like above the courtyard. I'm liking the music in here. Another stair up. With a bed, with a long bow. Don't bother with this bed, and yet we did all the same. Over here we have a sling. Okay, just some treasures here. And these racks is in common rooms. A broadsword, a hammer. Another door over here, which leads to a stairwell down. Which takes us back to this throne room / audience chamber, what have you. The vaults. I mean, we were already in there. Didn't feel that vaulty to me. Way of Astrology. I believe we are all already astrologers. We sure are. Thanks to prior work done. Staircase up. We will ignore it. Another tapestry, which leads to safes at least a safe we do not know how to solve. And indeed, we don't know how to solve that one either. Is that going to be the case with all these on this floor? It most certainly will be. It's not for lack of skill. We have 163 thievery skill. Our character is not bereft of knowledge. So perhaps we cannot solve these through thievery skill. Perhaps. Or maybe we'll just have to get better. Light source there, sure, why not? Another tapestry here that we cannot resolve. Notably, the bits on the map that showed the tapestries, like that detail no longer exists on the map since I moved the tapestry, and that's kind of a bummer. I would like to be able to keep seeing that. Captain's quarters in here, very fancy beds.
Go away. I don't want to talk to anyone. Leave me alone in my misery.
All right. You're welcome for being brought back into phase.
I am sorry that you've journeyed so far for nothing. My father will not see anyone. He's been so terribly despondent of late because he feels that he failed in his duty to protect Queen Calindra and the Cube of Power. He continues to blame himself for having allowed the evil Alamar to steal the cube, kidnap the queen, and give her to Count Blackfang. If only he would realize that what happened was beyond his control, that he was not responsible. Perhaps then he would recover and be himself again. I know for certain that he would think of a way to rescue the queen and the cube. But how? I have heard that there exists a songbird whose song is so sweet that it immediately uplifts the spirit of the listener. It has been said that this melodious songbird can be found in the dungeon on the Isle of Lost Souls. Please take this key. You'll need it to get in.
This is definitely some adventurer shit right here. Someone is heartbroken or like emotionally devastated, grieving, enraged, despondent, hopeless, and you must retrieve a MacGuffin which will buoy their spirits, elevate them, uplift them, enrich them, what have you. In this particular case, so that the guard captain can strategize how to save Queen Calindra from her predicament. And to do that, we'll be going to the Dungeon of Lost Souls. I forgot that we need a key to get in there. I mean, of course we do. Everything is locked. Xeen is filled with nothing but permission structures. It really is a hassle to be an adventurer. And had I tried going there previously, like say through Lakeside, would have done nothing. It's a good thing I didn't try. I sincerely forgot about the key.
You must go to the Isle of Lost Souls and find the songbird for my father.
Go away. I don't want to talk to anyone. Leave me alone in my misery.
Alas, team beatdown can't accelerate the situation. That would not be very heroic. You know, we'd be derailing the DM's plot here. To like just punch the guy repeatedly in the face. Kill him, raise him from the dead. Kill him, raise him from the dead. That wouldn't be very heroic. Even though we could have killed those individuals earlier in cold blood. Back to level 1, understandable. Well, I don't think there's anything I left behind here other than some stairs, so your foot passes through the stairs as though they were missed. This level is out of phase and inaccessible. Huh. I had thought level 3 would be accessible to me, given the 15 energy discs I have delivered. I guess thinking back, Ellinger did say that level 3 was the final level, which means that the other level that must be revealed is below. Castle Calindra Dungeon, which, based on prior Castle Dungeon experiences, I don't know how great that would go. In memory, somewhere back there is telling me this is pretty bad. Okay. I'm willing to play along for now. Sure. We're here having fun. Why not? Just be here, searching for nothing. That's not concerning. That being on that space is opening something. Okay, sure. Cool. The doors are opening, and then as we're stepping away onto that panel, they're closing. Yeah, that makes sense for like a dungeon security system. Sure. We have tapestries down here. Inside the dungeon, we have 369 for some armor. Great, more inventory management ahead in my future. We have a 777 for some splint mail. We have a 10, 20, 30 or a helmet. I believe these combinations are the same. They aren't, like, changed in every playthrough. So if you already know them, you're good. But maybe they aren't the same. I must have incorrectly punched number. Must number better. Or maybe we're wrong that it's not 36, 26, 36. Okay. Is this one 36, 26, 36? Okay. That's good to know, good to know. We have a barrel here full with nothing. A bed that says, what? Beware of scraps. Don't feed scraps. Don't let scraps out. Well, isn't that ominous, everyone? He says as he goes to save the game again. Surely Scraps has their own separate indicated individual room. What's the prisoner list say? One thief known as Guido the convict. Okay, Guido. To be held for a period of time not less than 4 years, but not more than 8. For abrogation of sworn contracts and stealing from the public treasury. That's our prisoner list. The end. A list of 1. Maximum security? Okay. I'm gonna take that at face value. Nothing here. Nothing here. An invisible wall. Something there.
I have been imprisoned unjustly, and now is the time to escape. If you will just unlock these chains, I will give you the combination to the tougher safes in the castle. Come on, what do you say?
Sure, but I feel as if you know these because you've somehow already cracked them. And so they're gonna be empty because of the reasons. That sounds right.
Hey, thanks a lot. You didn't make a mistake. Trust me. Try 10, 11, 12 on the tougher safes. See ya.
Sure. Trust. My fantasy is that when Guido tries to leave, a guard cuts him down. Actually took some poison damage there. Well, okay then. What's going on back here? Well, we don't know. Perhaps this leads to the Sky Road. Okay. Well, it feels like Scraps, whatever it may be, is going to be behind maximum security. Let's go ahead and have a look. Ah, okay. So there's a separate prisoner list. It's not just like one cell. Really goes to show how little I remember of this. Bunch of liches being held for the crime of necromancy. A dragon mummy being held until proper reburial can be arranged. Another dragon mummy for that, and another dragon mummy for that. AKA Scraps. So we've got 3 liches and 3 fucking dragon mummies down here? That seems... Okay, yeah, sure, why not? Yeah, that seems good. Yeah. That only looks like 5, though. Well, frankly, that's only like 4 cells. There were 6 prisoners, right? 4 cells for 6 prisoners. Some folks might be together. Well, good news. We can't get got here. Now, I think what I'm gonna try to do is cast an Etherealize so I can get the jump on this. Hello, Power Lich. Yes! Get dunked on. Oh yes, 2 liches. both alike in dignity, in fair Verona where we lay our scene. Okay. That's one power lich. I don't know how effective my spell bullshit's gonna be, but I'm willing to try. Also, I just looked at the cost for Dancing Sword now at this level. Like, ugh. I mean, I got implosions. Let's give it a try. Alright, we take those. We got plenty of spell points and gems on hand. Dragon Mummy gets another save. Ethereal Eyes. Hey, Scraps. Look at that head bob. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. It's so fast that I'm not even properly keeping up with it with my mouse. Okay. We cast Implosion. Okay. We got a holy word in here. Makes sense that that would go like that. It makes sense, yeah. You wouldn't want that to just work. Yeah, I'm not being facetious on that one. Like, if that just worked on him. Yeah, it makes sense. But a mass distortion. How many fucking hit points you got, Scraps? Well, I'd love to check, but it looks like I ain't gonna be identifying monster anymore. Okay, Scraps in the red. Am I willing to just... Can't just be dead. It has to be minus 1,807 hit points dead. Okay. Very good. I talked about this before in this playthrough. If I revive Vic... back from the dead, I presume Vic's gonna be unconscious then, and I'll have to heal from there. Vic will lose a permanent point of endurance. However, Vic will not gain any experience points for this. Having said that, Vic is ahead of everyone not named Tiny Shop thanks to all the reading that was done. So let's... We're also assuming that I'm actually going to win this fight. Which we did. We did. We can see here the experience point differences between these two. We got 500,000 experience points on Kalen. Because these two were at the exact same value as was Pork and Beans. That brings Necroloto within 500,000 now of Vic. Tiny Shop is near 50 million in experience. Yeah, okay. That's an instant kill attack. It's at this moment, we're gonna go look in the clue book. Let's go look at Power Liches first. Power Lich. Because you know our identify monster, A, dude's dead, right? B, doesn't work properly in our Mac version. Power Liches have 500 hit points, 60 speed, 20 attack, 10 to 100 magic damage. They can knock unlucky characters unconscious. They are resistant to physical and magic damage. Okay, those aren't too hard for our party. And with only 60 speed, yeah, 500 hit points, that's something to chew through, but Necroloto and Pork and Beans can handle that. And worst case, you get knocked unconscious, which is frustrating. To just drop into unconsciousness from however much health you have. But alright. Dragon Mummy. No, there's a separate entry for Scraps right over here. Scraps offers an oodle of hit points, as we saw there. 2 million flat, which 4 characters got the scoop up there. 3,000 hit points, 30 armor class, 100 speed, 1 attack that deals 2,000 to 4,000 damage. It's Scraps is a dragon mummy imprisoned in the dungeon below Castle Calindra. He is immune to cold and poison damage and very resistant to physical and electrical attacks. All right. Cool. Compare that to a normal dragon mummy, which appears to have the exact same values. Though maybe not the same resistances. Maybe. Let's see here. Dragon Mummy 3000 HP, AC 30, 100 speed, 2000 to 4000 damage. Their touch causes disease. 100% immune to cold and poison, 80% immune to electricity, and 90% resistant to physical attacks. Scraps doesn't have any specific flavors provided on physical and electrical. But yeah, 90% resistant to physical attacks, 80% resistant to electricity, but Dragon Sleep works on them. Okay, well, it's good to know their touch can cause disease when they deal between 2,000 and 4,000 points of damage. Now I gotta repair their armor. Man, I did find an obsidian helmet somewhere along the way in all the looting that I did, and some obsidian chainmail, which, hey, all right, looks like all the stuff I picked up in here wasn't trash after all. Some good stuff. This is another reason why you don't really need them gemsmiths. All this stuff we're finding. Not just the hell of saving and loading the game constantly. Obsidian helmet, we'll just deal with that later. Yeah. How about weapon-wise? What we find here? Emerald sling, okay. Sure, I think the gold longbow will get replaced here with the emerald sling. Everyone else is rocking obsidian or emerald already. Yeah, all right. Accessories-wise, just the gold amulet. Great, wonderful. And miscellaneous-wise, we certainly do have some stuff to bring these kids back. Like, we do have a wand of raising the dead, even if we don't have that, but that will permanently lower our endurance. Let's go ahead and test that out. Maybe I've misremembered. We are keeping this reality. I'm not deviating from that. Scraps, it was a great scrap. Let's see here. So you have 78 endurance normally. You have 77 endurance. There we go. Proof there. And I can go back to a temple, get these kids brought back. It's no big deal. And then we have 2 dragon mummies in there, which, you know, I don't know how the people of Castle Calindra were meant to properly rebury them. I don't know how these dragon mummies are properly contained in the cell, given how much damage they can deal, but I do not wish to interfere with the protections. So, we've got our quest here. Before we go, we should check these real quick to 10, 11, 12 them for an amulet. And 10, 11, 12 them for another amulet. And I should check the ones on the second floor. Though those might only be openable after we do the task. And may not be controlled by, well, our knowledge from Guido. Though the fact that we did get stuff in those safes was pretty nifty. Yes, we are tired. I agree. Okay, yeah. If you get the first number wrong, you're just stopped right there. So, this will be where we end this episode. And I suppose this session, I do, if nothing else, need to have some minutes to take this party back in the town and fix this. Coming up next time, I don't see why it wouldn't be the Isle of Lost Souls. That's where the game has pointed us. We have more energy discs that we need to acquire. And we may very well need that captain's help. The more I think about it, the more I believe I need that captain's help. So, yep, gonna have to fix despondency after I bring Zachary and Vic back to life. See you later.